Right guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to do the live commentary between France and the Springboks, and we are getting ready for the big one here. Just a quick update from my side guys. You know that we have been struggling a little bit with connections and weather, and now we also got to deal with load shedding, which starts at 10 o'clock South African time. So that's why we had to start a new stream yet again. So do show your support for the channel as well by pressing the like button and subscribing if you're new to this channel as well. I mean, we are leading up at 10 o'clock. It will be the kickoff to this game, and I will take you through everything that is happening in the game as well. So get ready for a massive game here between France and South Africa, as I'm just trying to set up everything before we do go live into this game. So I'm personally looking forward to this one very much, and hopefully it is going to be one of those games where we can really take what we've learned in the past, you know, and work our way. We haven't lost to France in quite a few seasons, so I'm expecting us to go full throttle and do our very best today. I just can't personally see South Africa doing it today. I think this France side is a lot better than the one that we did play in 2018. But I mean, as a Boks supporter, I'm going to keep on believing, and hopefully we can pull this through. You know, I didn't expect much against Ireland last week, and because of that, I underestimated the Springboks' value, and we only kind of lost with a small margin of 3 points. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. Richard Cover says I made it. So thanks for tuning in, Richard, as we get up to this build up to this game. Let's quickly go and have a look through the team lineups for this game between the Springboks and France today, starting with our beloved Springboks side. Obviously guys know that Jasper Wiese is out injured, or he failed his concussion test, which has brought in Jasper Wiese into the starting lineup, with Dion Fourie coming on to the bench then. So let's quickly run through this team lineup that we've got here guys, starting with the front row. I did predict it at the start of the week that Oxnashire and Bongi Bunambi will start this game, and in fact they have. So Oxnashire, Bongi Bunambi and Frans Malherbe then in the front row here for the Springboks today. Philip Latimer says, hi crew, how's it going, Philip? And then Moorsabas says, tonight I'm going to eat blue hoender heel on. So yeah, the forwards Oxnashire, Bongi Bunambi and Frans Malherbe, quality all around, and I think it's a really good rotation policy that they're using here, bringing off Malcolm Marx and Steven Kitsoff off from the bench. I think we're going to need that in the last 20 or 30 minutes even of the game, or we could even see them come on before half time, as they've done in the past as well. So expecting some good stuff from Oxnashire and Bongi, along with Frans Malherbe then, and the lock combination of Eben Etzebeth and Franco Mostert, a very formidable lock combination, with Loer de Jager out injured at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Franco Mostert is going to perform in that lock position. He did phenomenally well last week against Ireland. I think he was one of the players that orchestrated the comeback for the Boks as well, and really expecting a lot from him, along with Eben Etzebeth. I mean, Eben has been playing, or had been playing in France for quite a long time, so I'm expecting him to be able to read this French game quite easily, along with the likes of Franco Mostert. In the loose trio combination of Sia Kolisi, Peter Steph de Toey, and now Kwagga Smith will be a very interesting one. We now have a specialist ball fetcher in the side starting this game in the form of Kwagga, and I mean, I always feel that we do need a ball fetcher, the one that can do the donkey work, and I think it's a good decision at the end to maybe bring in Kwagga Smith ahead of Van der Roos for this vital game. You know, I mean, a lot of people have said if the Boks win France today, this tour will be successful regardless of what happens against England. So I'm happy with Kwagga at 8, although I would have loved to have seen Irfan start at number 8 for a change. Peter Steph de Toey will have a big game on his hands. Like I said, had a good game last week, and hoping for him to continue that type of form into this game against France today. Then a halfback combination of Faf de Klerk and Damian Willemse. It is a combination that has not been tried and tested yet, and Faf de Klerk haven't been playing the best rugby of his career as of late, and he comes up against probably the best scrum half in world rugby at the moment in Anton Dupont, so it's going to be tough. Psycho says the Springboks should call up the guru, and then Fafi will have to prove himself today, says Mursabas. So expecting a big one from Faf de Klerk, and then Francois says Faf will play good. Then again, Damian Willemse at 10. I would have gone bold, and I would have picked Manny Libok at 10 and just let him get into the game. You know, we don't have too much to lose against France tonight. Get him in that situation, because what if if Andre Pollard or Elton Yankees won't be available next year at the World Cup? Then this game would have been the experience that Manny Libok would have wanted to take with him to that. So again, Damian Willemse, a game breaker and a really good player, but he's only playing in his 4th game at fly-off for the Boks, in which one was the man of the match performance. But apart from that, it wasn't that great as well. So he needs to step up today against the likes of Intermac, who's going to really test him in that defensive line, along with all the forwards who's going to run up at him all the time. Then Anthony Williams says, Goeienaand, President Guru, how's it going, Anthony? And then Richard Korver says, I think it was an Aussie commentator that said Kwaga's face. I'm not going to repeat that one. And then Francois Smith says, get Manny on as soon as possible and move Willemse to 12 so our wings can get some ball. So that's that. And then the midfield combination of Damien Dialendi and Jesse Creel in the midfield should be a mouth-watering one if Dialendi can keep going, and then Jesse Creel can open up a little bit more on the attack. He had a phenomenal defensive game against Ireland last week, but just slipped up in that creative avenue. But I don't think we're going to see a lot of balls to the backline today. I think we're going to stick to the kicking game. I know that France are a very capable side when it comes to kicking. It's just going to be a question of capitalizing on the opportunities that you get. If you do go for the box kick, make sure that you put it in high so that your wingers or your centers or whoever can chase up after it. Don't just kick the ball away, because this French side will counter attack, and they are a very good kicking side. Intermac and the likes of Dupont, along with Ramos, will punish you all day if you kick silly kicks downfield. CP23 says, my only worry for this game is Willemse and Colby. Hope both play with confidence and bring the best out in what I will describe a very dangerous backline. If you look at the back three, Kirtley, Arendse, Cheslin Colby and Willie Leroux. Willie was very good last week when he came on, really gave some guidance to the backline, but the question will remain, will he be able to play that open game in this first half of this game against France? Wayne Barnes is the referee, as I just seen on the picture. I think he's a really good referee and should blow a really good game. Then the likes of Cheslin Colby needs to prove why he was such a vital player for the Springbok side. I don't think he's had the opportunities, and again, it comes down to the game plan of South Africa, but maybe they surprise us today and run this French side to defeat. Katima says it's going to be all about the tackles, and we'll see how that goes as well, Katima. I think in that regard we are very good at defense, and we should not have a problem on a defensive front. Then on the bench we've got Malcolm Mark, Stephen Kitsoff and Vincent Koch in the front row, Marvin Nuri and Dion Fourie coming in as forward replacements. Then Kobus Reinach and Manny Libok along with Makazola Mapimpi, and it will be interesting to see what kind of role Makazola can play off the bench. I mean, he's always been consistent for the box side when starting, and now finds himself in a position where he hasn't been before. Same with Kobus Reinach. He knows the conditions, he knows the players, and a lot will be expected of him to come out there and really assist the Springbok side in how we're going to do this. Richard Korver says, hoe weeg die voorspelers op teen mekaar? I think this is a very good French side as well, and let's quickly go and have a look at them, and I will tell you just in a bit how the the forwards will match up against each other. So starting then with the front row, Cyril Bale, Julian Marchand and Uni Antoni is a really good game. So Dominic asking, isn't Jasper Wiese out? So that team lineup was pulled up before he got actually concussed, or he wasn't ruled out. So it is Kwagga Smith at number 8 for the Springboks, Dominic. So Cyril Bale, Julian Marchand and Uni Antoni in the front row. They will get tested today against the Springbok front row of Oxnashire, Malherbe and Bonambi, and then Martin Kitsoff and Kok. I think they might have a long day, but this side has proven himself that they can really step up to the plate as well. Then the lock combination of Cameron Wacky and Thibaut Flament. Cameron Wacky is considered as one of the best lock forwards in World Rugby, along with Etzebeth and Maro Itoje. So he will definitely not stand back, and Flament has been in really good form as late as well. So expect a big game from him as well. Then the loose trio of Anthony Jalok, Charles Olivon and Gregory Eldred, a phenomenal combination, which is an incredible loose trio at the moment in World Rugby. I think singles probably not the best in their positions, but as a team they play with so much cohesion, and the momentum that they get out of each other speaks languages. And I think Kwagga will have to do really well to try and disrupt that, along with Khaleesi and Peter Steph today. Then the likes of Antoine Dupont and Romain Intermac in a halfback combination, probably one of the most exciting halfback combinations apart from Aaron Smith and Richie Mohanga at the moment. And in the midfield combination of Jonathan Dante and Gail Fico, two very big, strong ball carriers in that department, and really good defenders. So the Boks will have to defend valiantly today if this French side get front foot ball. The back three of Yora Mufana, Damien Penaud and Thomas Ramos. We've all seen how dangerous Damien Penaud will be. He showed it against Australia last week, why he's such a quality player. So definitely looking forward to see him play today, and how the likes of Cheslin Colby and Kurtley Arendse, which is a lot smaller than him, will fare against Penaud today. And then Ramos in some incredible form lately, along with the likes of Mufana, who will come at the Boks all day long. Then the bench for the French, Mafaka, Vardy, Falatia, Tafuwena, Chalarua, Makalu, Luku and Jalibert. So we all know the capabilities of Mafaka off the bench, quality impact player, and I think that's why Malcolm Marx will be so important off the bench for the Springbok side today. Then the likes of Malakau has proven himself worthy of his position in this French side, along with the likes of Jalibert, who has been moved to the bench in favour of Intermac, and a very capable player himself as well. So that is the team lineups here, and we are really looking forward to this one. We will probably go through the team lineup one more time before the game actually starts, but let's go and have a run through some of the comments that has come in so far. Philip Larimer said that I think we have a good backline. Just hope they get to show their talent and to see some ball in action. I was so frustrated on Thursday with the SAA side. I think that backline in particular was very dangerous as well, Philip, and they hardly ever saw ball. I mean, a guy like Henke van Wyk hardly ever touched the ball, and Cornel Hendricks tried valiantly, but they were just kicking the ball away and playing with the forwards in the second half. So let's hope that the Boks don't try a similar pattern today, because I think they will be found out by this French side today if that is going to be the case. Dominic says, Springboks, we need to win this game. And then CP23 says, Dupont need to be close, watch at all time, can be very dangerous. And I think that's why Faf and Kobus are there, to try and keep him in tone today as well. Then Marcel Sillier says, Mr. Guru gaan het, ek voorspel Suid-Afrika 34, France 27. So a lot of confidence has been shown here in the Springbok side, and I wish I could share that confidence, but I'm going to go into this game saying that the Boks are going to lose this game by between 5 and 10 points today, just purely on the fact that France has 11 game unbeaten run, and they are playing at home. So I just can't see them losing. But you never know. As a passionate Boks supporter, I will be backing them all the way to go and do it. And then Anthony says, a hurt Bok is a dangerous Bok. That is true. And then also, which other result did I see that I didn't say? So there was a couple of results there. 34-27 said Marcel, and then couldn't see the other. 33-10 said Jandre de Goed for South Africa. That is a massive confident score that you've got there. Then also Pietman says, ek dink ons gaan verloor met 12, jammer, maar ek hoop nie so nie. And then how's it going to break down is crucial tonight. So I think that is where Kwagga will play a vital role today. This game will be decided by Willemse, Willie and Fafi, says Moersebas. And then France going to win this match. They play at home and have a very good side, says Mark Sola, Villeneuve. Lamania says Southern Hemisphere looking like the horse behind at the moment. And then Johannes Payne says, if Fafi passed the ball, we will win. If he kicked his up and unders, no chance today. And that's what I'm worried about, because I think the game plan will be box kick, up and under, chase from the wings, Dialendi bashing it up, and then the forwards play. But I mean, we could always be surprised, and this Boks side will run it like they did in the World Cup final against England in 2019. Who knows? Moersebas says, Pipan, jy is 100% verkeerd wanneer laas Bokke teen die blou paddas verloor. So it's a different France side altogether today, man. I can't see a team that's gone unbeaten 11 times or 11 games in a row come to their home ground and play against the home crowd in front of such a massive occasion and lose this game. But I mean, the French are known for choking, and yeah, it could be that case, but I just don't feel that they're the same type that they have been in the last couple of seasons. So I think the choke attack will go today, and this French side will win this game. But again, as a Boks supporter, I wish them to prove me wrong and play a really good game today. Philip says, I hope the weather is with us. We're playing a kicking game, and then again, the game will be won by good decision making and a boot too. So if they do kick, they need to make sure that the kicks are spot on. If you go for the box kick over the top, you need Eban Etzebeth, Kurtley Arends and Cheslin Colby and Willie to chase those kicks and get there every single time. If you go for the up and under, make sure you've got people running. If you kick the ball, make sure you kick it out. If you're looking for territory, make sure you're kicking it into space. That is all basic stuff that you need to know as a rugby player, and hopefully they can do exactly just that today. Anthony sê Frankryk sal lelik die beste span wees as hulle gaan toelaat. En dan Francois sê ons almal verwag 'n verloor, so kom ons hoop maar net hulle probeer hard. En dan Pietman sê Jap Kwagga the key turnover with marks. And then won't watch the game, my power going off now, says Johannes. And then discipline is also going to be vital. Stefan de Beer says objectively France must be favourites to win, but if the Boks do the basics well and kick, and all the kicks go through the uprights, there's no reason South Africa cannot win. Absolutely. And then where the Islanders coming from, playing for France, promising their families. You're always busy with something, Moersebas. And Richard says it will be great if the French peak now and choke during the World Cup. So we're about to get this game underway, guys, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this one. It is the kickoff. It's going to be Intermac to kick from right to left on my screen. And this is the opportunity that the French have been waiting for, the revenge of 2018. So cheers to that, and may the best team win today. Intermac with the kickoff to this game. Wayne Barnes, the referee for today's game, and a veteran in the refereeing department, this guy. So let's get this one underway. It is going to be Intermac to start this game. He blows on his whistle, and we're off to the start of this game. Here we go with the kickoff, and it's taken well inside the 22. Well taken by Jasper Wiese. Kwagga Smith. And the Springboks have controlled that ball really well now. Faf de Klerk is waiting for this one to come out. Very important that when we do kick, that we kick very accurately. He goes to the box kick over the top. And just as I said, not going to find touch. And here's a chance now for Ramos. Ramos takes it up to the 10-meter line now for France on the attack now. Trouble early on for South Africa as it's been taken up by Antonio for France now on the 10-meter line. What can I do with this one as they set it up through Dante? Dante looking pretty good there. Just trying to get that ball out. Not going to get it. And it's going to be a penalty to France early on there. And just what we didn't want to see early on in this game from South Africa. A penalty after just a minute of play in this game. And France now with the opportunity to kick this one at goal. And it will be Ramos who is going to have a shot at goal here, I think. Strange that Intermac doesn't kick, but that kick from Faf not finding touch. And an early attack from France putting the pressure on South Africa. So a little knock on from Anton Dupont. Good pressure being put on there by Faf de Klerk. And then, sorry for the penalty that was given away there by South Africa. But now a chance for Ramos to put them into the lead. This kick from around the middle of the field between the 22 and the 10-meter line. We've had 2 minutes in this game. Can South Africa turn this thing around for them? Francois Smith says over eager. So 2 minutes gone, and that kick is going to go straight through the middle. So 3 points to 0 then. It is France leading here after about 2 minutes of play in this game. South Africa just need to be careful all around here. 2.5 minutes gone. Francois Smith says bal was uit. And here comes the restart there now. 3 points to 0. South Africa trailing. And it's a knock on from France inside the 22. And it's Oxnard who takes it up. Now Faf de Klerk out to Peter Steph de Toey. Gets the pass out to Dialendi. Dialendi now the pass to Willie Leroux. He's held up very well in defence and knocks it on. Now advantage to France again. As they've got this ball 10 metres out from their own try line. A little knock there from the box, and it's now back to France as Anton Dupont now waiting for this one. Goes with a box kick over the top, and he's going to find a good touch finder there between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory. At all times, discipline so vital for this Springboks side, and just that little knock on in from Willie Leroux just not working out for them. Now it's the line out to the Springboks runabout between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory. 3.5 minutes gone in this one. The throw in now from Bongi Bunambi. Marcel says Willie's nickname is Nocky Leroux. So Etzebeth takes that in beautifully now as Kurtley Arendse takes that ball from him. Up to the 10-meter line they go. Now Faf de Klerk back it comes. It's another knock on from the Springboks. This time from Franco Mostert. And it will be a scrum down to France on the 10-meter line. Roundabout in the middle of the field here. Just that little errors at the moment. Francois Smith says rip and he tackle. So Franco Mostert knocking that ball on. 4.5 minutes gone. No, that was never ripped. He knocked it on completely. So here we come now with the first scrum of the game. Let's see how this one is going to go for the Springboks here. So Anton Dupont now to throw this one in or feed this one into the scrum for France on the 10-meter line. 5 minutes gone in this one. France leading by a slender lead of 3 points to 0 at the moment. As the ball's been put in by Dupont. Solid scrum from both sides now as they work the blind side here. And as a chance, Ramos now to Pendo puts a little kick in behind. And it's beautifully read by Willie Leroux. Willie Leroux gets the pass back inside to Peter Steph de Toey. Up to the 10-meter line now, Faf de Klerk. Out to Jeben Etzebeth. Sets it up on the 10-meter line. He's not in the right direction there, but they do get it back now. Willie Leroux. Out it comes to Dialeni. Dialeni with a little cross kick here for Cheslin Colby. Oh, Cheslin has just maybe have knocked that on. Advantage now. Intermac on a counter-attack. Here comes France now. Up to the 22 they go. And into touch. Intermac goes. It will be a line out to South Africa. Both teams showing how dangerous they can be on a counter-attack here. And that was a very good attacking play from South Africa. Well read by Willie Leroux, that kick from Pinot. And then maybe Willie just passing that. Well, you could always have argued that he was in touch there. But it got the pass back. And then Cheslin Colby just knocking that ball on in the little cross kick. Now quickly taken by South Africa. Back it comes to Damian Willems. And he's going to put it on the boot. And that's a massive kick from him. Finding touch all the way to the 10-meter line of France. So here they come again. It's a really, really good kick there from Damian Willems. Mountains of Elysium says that if he shows the game, the stream would be taken down and he probably would get a community strike. Absolutely. Right, so Mashant in with a throw in, and now here they come. Anton Dupont back to Intermac, who puts it on the boot. That's not going to find touch. Into the hands of Cheslin Colby now. Cheslin Colby up to the 10-meter line. He goes, trying to step past and nearly gets past one or two. Almost up to the halfway line now. Faf de Klerk gets the pass out to Willie Leroux. Another little cross kick, this time into the hands of Jesse Kriel. And Kriel knocks it on. And on the 10-meter line, it's going to be a scrum or a line out to France. Knocked on into touch. That little cross kicks at the moment, working to perfection. It's just the handling of the players that's letting them down a little bit at the moment. Yeah, Jesse Kriel just knocking. Well, he didn't knock. He tried to kick it and then got tackled in the process. So it is going to be a line out then, or the scrum to France. We'll just see which one they decide to do. They are going to have the scrum down here, and roundabout on the 10-meter line of France, on about 5 meters out from the left-hand touch line here of South Africa. It is a strong start from both sides as the Mexican wave have been done here by all the supporters in the crowd. There must be massive playing in the stadium. I'm not sure how many people are at the stadium, but I can expect it's a lot of people. Gal Sable says, go France, go. And then Francois Smith says, massive kick. Bokke to score within 5 minutes, says Marcel Cellier. Then just that little knock-on's preventing us at the moment. Papa Rappel says, Damien has gone from never passing to popping beautiful crossfield kicks. Well, it's actually not Damian Willems who's doing the cross kicks. It is Willie Leroux who's putting in that little cross kicks at the moment. Moosaba says, damn Jesse, just kick it Arends under the poles. Damian Willems, die machtige skopper van Suid-Afrika, says Val Sables. So it will be a scrum down there now to France here from the 10-meter line inside their own half, about 5 meters from the right-hand touchline for them. Anton Dupont now to feed this one in. Francois says Jitters needs to settle, and then backline getting used, at least just the knock-ons now. Dupont now on the back of that scrum, gets the pass out to Intermac again, puts it on the boot again and kicks straight down the middle to Kurtley Arendse now. Kurtley Arendse coming with a counter-attack, and look at this now, nearly up to the halfway line he goes. He's brought down very quickly, came in at pace there, but now Faf de Klerk, Willie Leroux again with a little chip kick over the top, but well read by Anton Dupont. But we're coming back for a penalty to South Africa. I think it was for a high tackle there from France. And now South Africa can kick this downfield. Opportunity arising now for them to have a good attacking. And I must say, I'm really impressed so far with the play of this backline. They're not kicking high up and unders. They're not kicking box kicks. They're actually making kicks that count at the moment. So the kick downfield is going to find touch around about the 22-meter line. And what I do like is that Kurtley Arendse and Cheslin Colby both have had a run at this French side. So It just shows that if they're going to kick this downfield, we are going to come running at them. 5 meters inside the 22 now. Pongi Munambi with a throw into this line out for the box now. Oh, and it's been stolen by France now. Dupont gets it out now, and a chance now for Olivan to take that up for them. Good work by Aldred as well, as Dupont waiting for this one to come out about 10 meters out from their try line. And now Dupont with the box kick over the top, and he's going to, is he going to find touch? Yeah, he's not going to find touch, and here comes South Africa again now. This is now Kwagga Smith. Kwagga Smith takes it up to the halfway line. Right in the middle of the field now, Faf de Klerk. Back it comes. Oxnard on a loop around Faf de Klerk. Willie Leroux again now gets it out to Willemse. Willemse sets it up just up over halfway on the left-hand side of the field. Now Willie Leroux, Oxnard again. Now quick ball needed, Faf de Klerk again. Back it comes to Etzebeth, nearly knocked that on, but controls it. Now takes it up to nearly the 10-meter line. Faf de Klerk again now, Mostert now sets it up. Right on the 10-meter line now for South Africa. Willie Leroux, flat pass out to Peter Steph de Toey. Was that a high tackle from Galfico? No, says the referee, play on. De Klerk again now, going with a long cut-out pass to Cheslin Colby. Cheslin Colby cuts back inside. He's running sideways at the moment. Now trying to look for a little gap, just up over the 10 now. And that ball has been beautifully ripped by France, I think. Now comes back. It's Willie again, back on the inside to Etzebeth. Just up over the 10-meter line now, South Africa. Inside France territory. Here comes Kwagga Smith again. Tries to spin out of the tackle, but good defense from Ashant. Still coming now, South Africa. Now they don't have a scrum off. Faf has been pulled in. Now Oxnard goes with a pick up and go. He will need support though. It's going to be a penalty. He sealed the ball off. And it's a bit there, penalised. So penalty to France then after all that action from South Africa. But it looks a lot better from the box. Much, much better. We will have an injury break to Dante now for France. The inside centre has gone down and he will receive some attention here. Yeah, it almost comes across as if Willie is playing a 10 here today. And let's just have a look here. What happened there? Oh, Peter Steph de Toey could be in some serious trouble now. They are going to go upstairs. So Peter Steph de Toey, so the clean out on Dante now. Could have been a head collision, and we could see the worst case scenario, red card here for Peter Steph de Toey, or maybe a yellow or just a penalty. We'll have to wait and see. It is unfortunately what it is, and the players need to be more careful at the breakdowns. So here we go. Let's have a look here. Oh, Peter Steph de Toey with the head straight to the face. And I think that could be a red card coming up for South Africa now. That is the last thing that we wanted to see in a contest like this. Dante went over that ball, and Dialendi and Peter Steph de Toey both went in with a head for the clean out there. And Peter Steph de Toey unfortunately getting the head to the face of Dante, and this could be some serious trouble. Yeah, Franco says game over, Peter Steph de Toey red. And let's have a look what the TMO will say here. Pietman says, Guru aan die brand, klink nou soos speakeries van notes. Thanks, Pietman. And that is going to be a straight red card to Peter Steph de Toey then. So the last thing that South Africa wanted, as after 11 minutes of play, it's Peter Steph de Toey who gets the red card here. So 11 and a half minutes gone in this one, and South Africa has just been given a red card in this game, as well as Dante leaving the field here for France as well. Not what the box wanted. And Peter Steph de Toey has received his first ever red card for South Africa. Well, Peter Steph de Toey, you can see the disappointment in his face as France now kick this one out. Or not. Will it go out? No. Cheslin Colby has kept it in play now, and he's going to kick this downfield. It's going to roll all the way. It's going to go about 5 meters out from the try line now. as Ramos goes to the kick downfield and finds touch roundabout on the 10-meter line of France. So a good kick then from Cheslin Colby, keeping that ball in, as Makalu is on the field then for France in the place of Dante. It's an open side flanker who's going to go into the centre berth here for them. Stefan de Beer sê 4 knock-on 7 minute. Die Boks are awesome without basic errors. Oh story. Not game over yet. No, it's not. Let's see. 3 points to 0. 12 minutes gone. A red card to the Boks, but they get the driving maul going now through Bongi Bunambi. Faf de Klerk waiting at the back now. It is going to come out for him. Lendi is going to crash this up over the 10-meter line now. Faf de Klerk again gets it back to Oxnashire. Sets it up beautifully up over the 10-meter line now. Faf de Klerk again now. Ebenetsabit. Oh, he's knocked it on again. And now Makalo kicks that ball away. So advantage over. Makalo is just after his own kick and it comes back to the pot. Goes with another kick over the top now. And that one is going to roll into touch. Round about 5 meters out from the 22-meter line. It is going to be a Springbok line out here. And 3 points to 0. France leading at the moment. Marcel says we won games before with 13 men. Not over yet. Absolutely not. We just don't like to see stuff like this, you know. We'd like to see a strength as a strength side at all times. But again, each player needs to be careful. They know the rules of the game, and they need to make sure that they put themselves in the right positions. Here comes the throw in, taken by Franco Mostert now. South Africa with the driving maul from inside their, well, just outside their own 22 now, as Bonambi controls it. Solid foundation set here by the Springboks, and the maul still going all the way. Now up to the 10-meter line. Beautiful driving maul here from South Africa. A penalty advantage now coming. Faf de Klerk Lendi gets it out to Damian Willems. A long cut pass now to Jesse Krill. Jesse Krill out to Kurtie Arendse. Kurtie Arendse back on the inside. Just up over the halfway line now. 5 meters inside. Gets it out to Damian Willems again now. Quick ball, Kurtie Arendse at scrum off, but the referee's going to call them back now for a penalty to the Springboks. Much better play from the Springboks at the moment on the attack. They just need to cut out the silly errors. 14 and a half minutes gone at the moment. I really can't say, Philip, it doesn't look like the field is wet, but it is a night game. So there might be a little bit of damp there on the pitch as well. So it looks like Dante, will he be continuing this game? Surely not. After that knock that he received, he can't be right. The weather conditions, I didn't see Leslie, but it doesn't look like it's raining or anything at the moment. The kick downfield from South Africa is going to find touch right on the 22 of France now. And a chance now for the Boks. If they can get another driving maul like they did there, then they will be well in with an opportunity to get the try. Ashley asked how he got the red card, so he's head straight to the face of Jonathan Dante in the clean out of the ball. Mostert, that line out has been taken now by France. Mostert couldn't gather that ball from the line out, and now Dupont with the kick over the top, straight into the hands of Cheslin Colby now. Cheslin Colby on the attack, running it up and up to the 10-meter line. He goes. Good defense from France now. Faf de Klerk gets that ball out to Frans Malherbe. He's going to need support now. France over that ball very quickly. But the Boks, oh, it's been turned over by France now. And here they come now. It is Antoni, the tight head prop, gets it out to Waki now. Waki up just short of the 22. They come to Pont again. The flat pass to Ramos. Oh, and Ramos has knocked it on. And the referee will come back for a penalty to France now. Looks like it was offside from South Africa. We've lost 2 lineouts, and it's now cost us a couple of points, or it could potentially cost us a couple of points, as we have another stop in play here with another injury at the moment to one of the French players. South Africa trying really hard to play a very expansive game at the moment, with the backline, and it does look really attractive at the moment, but just a little unforced errors from him and discipline at the moment. Pietman says, if we win this game, then I have hope for Eskom as well. So Dupont just receiving some attention as well there for France. Looks like he's got a little niggly finger there. Ashley asked which team got the red card. So South Africa are down to 14 men for the remainder of this game, as Peter Steph de Toey got the red card. So Ramos now with the attempted goal here to put France into the lead by 6 points here. An opportunity here for Ramos, about 40 meters out and about 20 meters from the left hand side of the field. Here comes the kick from France, and this one is going to be another beauty. So 6 points to 0 it is then, and France have taken a good 6 point lead here after about 16 and a half minutes or 17 minutes gone in this game. But I must say, South Africa looking really good on the attack. They just need to cut out the little mistakes, the unforced errors at the moment. The restart then from South Africa. It's another high-hanging kickoff, and here comes taken up beautifully by Aldred now inside the 22. Dupont now waiting for it again from inside his own 22 at the moment. Well, they're sealing that ball off beautifully at the moment. Is Waki gets the kick away. Dupont now, and that one is going to find touch right on the halfway line here. A chance now for South Africa just to slow things down. They've already lost 2 lineouts, and that is a little bit worrying at the moment. Marcel says France are going to make them sweat if they don't wake up soon. Yeah, Mountains of Elysium says, while I don't like players getting red, I do support the attempt to make the game safer. Even when it goes against Munster Island, I have supported it. So Bonambi now with the throw into this line-out, and another line-out still here for France. What is going on? It is taken up now there by Geelong now, as Dupont gets it out. Here's a chance now for Flament again. Driven back on a tackle on the halfway line. Comes back with the kickers into Mac now, and back for it is Villian. Makes a beautiful mark inside the 22 there. 18 minutes gone in this one. 6 points to 0, France lead here. And Villy taps it quickly and now gets it out to Damien Willems from inside the 22. He will find touch round about between the 10 and the halfway line inside South Africa's half. 3 lineouts lost now as Kwagga Smith lost that lineout for South Africa. Val Sable says Bokke playing like Bafana at the moment. Right. Now it's the throw in from Marchant now on the 10 meter line of South Africa. Waki to take that line out and does well now to Pont now. Flat pass to Intermac on a loop around Beno. Beno into a bit of space now. Goes wide. Here's a chance. Ramos out. It comes to Malakau again now on the left wing here for France. Comes back to Pont. Now it's Marchant. Marchant now just 10 meters out from the try line. South Africa under pressure now. Aldred pick up and go from him. Big drive coming from him 5 meters out now. Marchant again. Back it comes to Cyril Bell. Again Dupont now waiting it for Antony. Antony takes it up to about 4 meters out. Moving towards the middle of the field here. Another pick up and go from Aldred. As they're working their way slowly now. Gal Fico tries to break through. It's another penalty to France, or penalty advantage at least, as they take it up. And here comes the first try of the game. It is France over. And let's see who claims this one. It is Cyril Bale who's going to claim that try for France. It is the Lucet prop, I think, or is it Marchant Hooker who claims the try, but it's 11 points to 0 with a conversion to come after 20 minutes. This is not going to end well. It's Cyril Bale who gets the try here. And South Africa now down by 11 points to 0. Kief Leroux says, hoekom hulle nie roos kan kies, gaan my verstand te bowe. Kwagga is 'n baie goeie impaktspeler. Then Pietman says, remember to click the thumbs up button, guys. Show your support for the channel as well. It's 11 points to 0 here. And the Springboks in desperate need of a change here. They can't just keep attacking and then knocking it on and then giving France the opportunity to attack all the time, because this is a very, very dangerous side. And it's going to go a long way now for the Springboks to get back into this one. Trouble in paradise, says Hendrik. And Walker says, choking. Viva France, viva, says Val Sables. So here we come with a conversion from Ramos, and it makes it 13 points to 0 here. And exactly what the Boks didn't ask for at the moment. We haven't played bad rugby, it's just handling errors and defensive efforts really. DuPont and co really taking it to the box. And remember, we are down to 14 men for the remainder of this game, with Peter Steptetway getting the red card. 22 minutes gone. Willemse now with a restart then, and it is going to be taken in by Eldred this time, and Etzebeth makes the tackle on him, just trying to put the pressure on him, as Anton Dupont now waiting to clear this one again for France. They're going to run this from 5 meters out of their own try line here. Look at Carl Fico now with the kick downfield, and he's going to find touch between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory. Really good performance so far from this French outfit, defensively and on the attack so far. It's a bit manhandling there, Eldred, in their attempt to push him back. But now South Africa with another line out. They've lost 3 lineouts already. Johnny says, ons moet net begin dink. So Bonambi then with the throw into this lineout. And to the front to Etzebeth. That's the way they have to go from now on. Controlled at the back by Bonambi. Right on the halfway line now. 5 meters from the left-hand touchline for South Africa. The driving maul is starting to move forward now for the Springboks. Penalty advantage coming for South Africa. This is a great driving maul again. And that ball gets ripped out of Bonambi's hand. But we got the penalty. Marcel says, I changed my score. France 40, South Africa 17. Brandon says, not even watching anymore. Saw this a mile off. It's still early days, guys. It's not over yet. France took a big lead against Ireland, and though they still won, we nearly pulled that lead back. It's not over yet. That being said, France are an awesome side, and it will be difficult. So what are South Africa going to do now? 4 penalties conceded by South Africa and 3 by France at the moment. Whoa, Cheslin Colby is going to have a shot at goal here. Well, this is going to be interesting. Let's have a look from just inside South Africa's half here, or just inside France's half. Now between the 10 and the halfway line, it's Cheslin Colby from about 10 meters from the left-hand touch line. They are going to try and get a 3-pointer here. And then they say hook to maul and try. But it's going to be Cheslin Colby who's going to have a shot at goal here. And just what they didn't want to have at this stage of the game is South Africa. We just need to get that. Fortunately, I don't have any more people that can remove this stuff from the channel, because it does get me in a bit of trouble there if we can try and block this. But now Cheslin Colby is going to try and attempt this kick from about 54 meters out here, and this is going to be a tough one to get. Don't know if they're going to be able to slot this one. Oh, he struck it beautifully, and Cheslin Colby has gotten that one over, and it's 13 points to 3 now. 13 points to 3. France lead this game, and South Africa now onto the board. So a chance now to regroup just a little bit at the moment. Can we have someone? Yeah, I don't have any of my people on here tonight to take this off, but here we go again. So France now with the restart, and it's gonna be taken by France just outside the 22 now. Here they come again now. It's a chance for Ramos just outside the 22. The Pont now. Back it comes again to Flament, back to Antoni. Etzebeth quickly up over that ball, and he steals it on the ground. Beautifully done by Evan Etzebeth now. Taking it up to the 10-meter line of the Springboks. Willie Leroux now. Back it comes to Willemse. Willemse cuts back inside. Gets caught right on the 10-meter line here at the moment. Now it's Willie again. Back to Bonambi. Bonambi now sets it up between the 10 and the 22-meter line in the middle of the field. Willie Leroux again now. Back to Jesse Krill. Jesse Krill long cut out pass to Cheslin Colby. Colby gets past the first defender there, which is Malakau now. Comes up to the halfway now. Willie again. Back it comes to Frans Malherbe. Just short of the halfway now, South Africa. Faf de Klerk. Again, Jesse Krill now. Taking it up to the halfway line. Now it's Faf de Klerk. Flat pass out to Etzebeth. He's going to need support. He's going to need somebody to clean this out. Does so. Now Willie Leroux again. Out to Damien Willemse. He's going to get past the first line of defense, but isolated now. Just up over halfway. Faf de Klerk gets it back. Cheslin Colby again. Good defense there from Flament on him, right on the halfway line now. Looking to take this one up. 8 phases already by the Springboks without kicking the ball away. So now waiting for it. Faf de Klerk on the halfway line here. Slow ball coming back for the Boks as they get it out to Frans Malherbe. Malherbe sets it up on the halfway line. Did he roll there? No, says the referee. Still coming is South Africa just up over the halfway line now. As Faf de Klerk waiting, it's going to be a penalty to South Africa right on the halfway line this time. It is Oliver penalised on that occasion. And now South Africa will be kicking this downfield. Bonambi doesn't look good, and it looks like Bonambi is going to leave the field here. As no, he is going to line it up for the line out here. South Africa finds touch 10 meters out from the try line. Another opportunity now for South Africa. Anthony says not sure if Eben and Faf can bring the experience back. So Colby did get that one over. But they decided now to have a go. Malcolm Marx now on the field for South Africa. And it looks like Bongi will not take any further part of this game. So 10 meters out from the try line. Malcolm Marx with a throw in for South Africa now. 29 minutes played in this game. Can South Africa hit back? So here they come now, and it's Etzebeth who takes it in. Here comes the driving maul from South Africa. That has looked really well so far. But this time France have been able to take it back a little bit. But here they come with a second push now. The backline has joined in here. They're still going as the Springboks now. Oh, Kolisi has got the try. The ball has come out of the back of that maul. And Kolisi from nowhere gets the try for the Springboks here. A brilliant breakout from him. And 13 points to 8 with the conversion to come. Wonder if they will go upstairs to have a look at this one. But a brilliant break off from Sia Kolisi there. I don't think even the ref saw it coming there. Was a brilliant break off. Oh, brilliant stuff from Kolisi. And 13 points to 8. The Springboks are back. 13 points to 8 with 10 minutes to play in this first half. It is 13 points to 8. And Colby to now try and convert this one. Shouldn't be a difficult one for him. And he has backed himself with that long distance kick. And has done really well so far. South Africa playing the type of game that they've played against England in a World Cup, where they completely, everybody expected them to run it all day long or to kick it all day long, and then suddenly it's become an attacking game from South Africa, and it looks so beautiful. If they play this more often, then I'm sure the people will love the Springboks even more. That kick goes over, and it's 13 points to 10 then. And it's a 3-point game here in France. So remember, South Africa are down to 14 men for the remainder of this game with a red card to Peter Steph de Toey. Anthony says brilliance here. 13-10 now. Intermac to get us back underway here. There's the restart then. A deep kick in this time, and it's going to be collected. Oh, it's going to be knocked on by Kwagga Smith, 10 meters out from the try line. And that is exactly what the Boks didn't want. That is exactly what the Springboks didn't ask for. So it does look pretty wet out there. It might be a little bit damp on the feet, as there's so many knock-ons in this game. But now France with the opportunity to get back into an attacking opportunity. So more changes now as Cyril Bale leaves the field, and onto the field comes Reddy Wardy, who will replace him. So 13-10, 8 minutes to go in this first half here. And France now in a very good attacking position, 10 meters out from the try line. Will South Africa defense hold this out? Is this the first scrum? No, there's been one or two or three. There actually have been a couple. There's been a few knock-ons, but advantage has been played on a lot of occasions. I don't see that there was a lot of scrums. Johnny, you've got it right. It's not the first scrum, but we've had very minimum scrummages at the moment. Dupont now, and feeds it in beautifully now, controls it at the back here. France trying to milk a penalty. Off the back comes Aldred now. Good defense from Damian Willemse on that occasion now. Dupont, Kyle Fico, another tackle from Damian Willemse. He's all over the field at the moment. Now Dupont just feeding his forwards at the moment. Gets it all under a bit of pressure now. Antoine Dupont now. Oh, he tries to snap on his own and nearly into the half cap. Now picked up and go for again from a shunt this time. Still 10 meters out from the try line. Now it's a knock on from France, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Springboks with 7 minutes to go in this first half. Marcus Plaatje says, well done, Damien. And then Simslayer says, how many 4 subs did the Boks make, Guru? So, subs so far on the field. Kwagga Smith came in for Jasper Wisse just before the game, and then also Malcolm Marx now on in the place of Bongi Bonambi, and then obviously also Franco Mostert in for the injured Lua de Jager as well, and then Lukanya obviously out with Jesse Kriel at the outside centre, and then a couple of other ones. Antoinette says Damien for man of the match. It's a little bit early for that one, Antoinette. Let's first get past here. Eish, the world number one, Mara. What's going on, guys? Big game. This will be the most interesting of all the games of the night, says Anthony. Big scrum from the Boks this time. Penalty advantage then. Now Faf de Klerk with a kick downfield. And that one is going to find touch all the way to the 10-meter line. But we're coming back for the penalty to the Springboks. Let's hope the boys have the mental tenacity of 16 men, says Mimania. To win this with 14 men will be epic, says Katima as well. So a chance now for South Africa to clear this ball out. What is that called? So with 5 minutes to go, they're waiting for a ball here, is the Springboks. So 5 minutes to play in this first half, and a chance now for South Africa to get out of their own 22. They've come back from 13 points to 0, and just a 3-point game at the moment between the two. That ball is going to find touch on the halfway line. The Springboks maul has been absolutely brilliant today. The Springboks attacking game has been really good. Apart from the little knock-ons, South Africa is looking like a completely different side today. The lineouts are giving trouble where it didn't give in the past, but the mauls are brilliant and the attack is brilliant. But give credit to France where they deserve it as well. Franco Mostert takes this line out, and this one goes straight down as Faf de Klerk will have to come in now. Right on the halfway line on the right hand side of the field now. Malcolm Marx takes it up. Takes a good 2 defenders to bring him down now. Again, Faf de Klerk now waiting for it. Don't start with the kicking now. Faf de Klerk goes to the box kick over the top. Cheslin Colby chasing after this one. And it's well taken by Malakau this time round. And the mark has been called by Malakau. Now taken quickly by France, and they kick it downfield. And that's going to find touch, but quickly thrown in now. Willie Leroux. Willie Leroux now having a run. Gets it back to Damien Willemse. Willemse puts it on a boot and is going to chase down a kick. But it's well taken by Ramos. Sends it back with interest into the hands of Willie again. Now Willie from the 10-meter line. Looking to spread this ball wide to Kurtley Arendse. Kurtley Arendse cuts back inside, but well defended on the halfway line now. Here comes Oxnashire back to Franco Mostert. Faf de Klerk waiting for it again now. Back it comes to Damien Willemse. Throws a little dummy now. Goes to the left side, running sideways. Gets, tried to get the pass away. Tried to go on his own. Now it's Didier Lendy up over the halfway line. 5 meters inside the half of France now. With 3 minutes to go now. Faf de Klerk again with the box kick over the top now. Kurtley Arendse chasing. And it's well taken by Intermac inside the 22. Mark made again. Oh, it is a massive game so far, and a kick downfield from France again, finding touch and quickly thrown in by the box again. Now it's Willie Leroux. Back it comes to Willemse. Willemse is going to go for the 50-22 here, but well read by Ramos now. He sends it back again with interest, and that one is going to be collected by Willie about 10 meters out from his own try line. He's going to run it. Now Willie gets it back to Dialendi. Dialendi up over the 22 and bundled into touch between the 22 and the 10-meter line. South Africa is almost running everything at the moment, apart from the 2 kicks, box kicks over the top from Faf de Klerk. Just 2 minutes to play in this first half, and we've seen some really good play from the Springboks and France. Ferocious. This is what you want to see in a game between 2 top sides. Marcus says we're preparing before World Cup 2023, back-to-back wins for the first time next year, I believe, in the 2019 group. Will he play a good game so far? Absolutely, and Willemse do it for us as well. Over the top, and well taken by Jalok now, as France have another crack here before half-time. It's taken on by Bafana. Now Dupont back to Fico. Great tackle from Kurtley Arendse. Putting them under pressure now. Ramos. Willie Leroux. It's Jesse that might have rolled in the wrong position there. But they do get it back now again. Taken up well by France at the moment. Now it's Mufana again. Solid defense from the box. Mostert quickly up onto him. And it's going to be a penalty against South Africa there. Oxnashire penalised for playing the ball on the ground. Ruck has been formed. So with less than a minute to go, I guess that France will have another shot at goal here. And Ramos will have a shot between the 10 and the 22 in the middle of the field here. Just have another look at that. Yeah, Franco Mostert tried to roll away, and then, yeah, Oxnashire, I don't know. It's a tough call, really. But you can't win them all. Marcus says we're still in the game. Anthony says, ach nee, Oxman. But it could have gone anyway there. Perhaps being down to 40 men have woken the box up. They seem to have upped their game a lot, says Mountain of Elysium now. As the halftime is upon us here with Ramos now with the last kick before halftime. But South Africa with 14 men have played a massively entertaining game on the attack so far. Credit to France for keeping them out and also defending like Trojan horses, and also when they needed to attack, played a really good attacking game. That one goes over, and it's going to be 16 points to 10 at halftime here. And it's just what the doctor ordered for the Boks. Some running rugby. It's been really good so far. We are going to take a quick break, guys. A maximum of 5 minutes. I will be back real soon. And let's quickly just put up the halftime score. 16 points to 10. I will see you guys shortly. Sure. Right, guys, we are back here for the second half, and it is halftime at the moment here between the two sides, and we will get ready for the second half real soon. But let's quickly go through the team lineups again just to see how the team has performed up until now. Just remember that Jasper is not at 8, and it is Kwagga Smith playing at 8 at the moment. So going through this team lineup one more time as we go through the halftime thing so far. Oxnashire, Bongi Bonambi and Frans Malherbe was very solid in this first half. Good support play by the whole pack of forwards, and equally so by France as well. But Bongi Bonambi is out injured now. Malcolm Marx is onto the field and doing a really good job at the moment as well. A couple of lineouts have gone a begging while Bongi was on the field, but it's France putting that pressure on South Africa at lineout times. And we are missing Louis Diache quite a bit. And then also the big news at halftime is that we are down to 14 men when Peter Steph du Toit got a red card for an infringement on Jonathan Dante. So, yeah, it's troubling times for South Africa with 14 men down, but we are only trailing by 6 points. Kolisi and Kwagga Smith has been really good. Kolisi getting the try for the Boks. Then Faf de Klerk has been brilliant as well. The two box kicks that he did put enough pressure on France, while Damien Willems and Willie Leroux are switching between fly-half and fullback brilliantly at the moment. And South Africa has come to play with an attacking mindset today. Kurtley Arends and Cheslin Colby along with Willie Leroux attacking beautifully at the moment, not kicking unnecessary ball away, while Damien Dialeni and Jesse Krill is doing a really good job as well. Then that is it from the Springboks side. The France team real quickly. Cyril Bale, Julian Marchand and Antonio doing really well. Waki and Flament strong at line-out time, stealing already 3 line-outs from South Africa. Jalok, Oliver and Aldred solid as a loose trio. DuPont has been good. Intermac has cleared the ball well. Ufana has, I think, also left the field. So unless Jonathan he's moved to the centre, and then the replacement in Makalu has moved to the wing. Then Garfico and Penot along with Ramos having a really good game so far for this French side as well. But it is what it is here at halftime. It is 16 points to 10. France leading this game at the moment. And yeah, it's been frantic. It's been really good, and some really good play from both sides here. This is what we want to see from rugby. Let's quickly go through a few comments here, and I've missed quite a few from there. Let's have a look at the most recent ones. Ashley says, Guru, ek het nie 'n live link vir die rugby kry nie. Kan ek dit maar share of nie? Yeah, you can definitely share it, Ashley, if you want to. And then Kulisi, your absolute beauty. Well done, boys, says Stefan. If I never see Peter Steph in a Spok jersey, it will be too soon, says Lucas. And then as Libok opkom moet hulle Willemse in center and skuif. And that is how the world champions react. And then Guru het Libok gekry om rugby live te kyk, en ek kan maar okay, Ashley. So please do not share any live links, Ashley, as it could cause problems for the channel. Then yeah, that is about it that we have seen so far. And then Jeremiah says, come on, South Africa. But it's been an incredible first half here. France getting a try and 3 penalties so far, while South Africa has had a try of their own and a penalty. A long distance penalty kick from about 50 meters out for Cheslin Colby, and he managed to do it really well. Robin says, for Peter Steph du Toit, that was uncharacteristic, but something that seemed a little bit off from him in the press conferences as well during the week. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, he looked very disappointed when he had to leave the field, and rightfully so. He would have had a massive impact on the game as well. But Nicholas says, Willems is at 12 and klaar. And with a man down, the rest of the pack will show their true fighting character, says Vanna. And then Clinton says, thanks, Guru. You bring the game alive to us, even if you can't watch it live. No problem, Clinton. And then Box really had some lineouts issues first quarter of the game. absolutely. It wasn't easy in that first half for sure, but it's only the next 40 minutes that will matter in this game. It's France leading by 6 at the moment, and I can tell you what, the South African side has definitely not laid down after trailing by 13 points to 0. Eric says, I could don't the box forwards look excellent going forward? Absolutely. At maul time, I haven't seen the Springboks maul like they have been doing today in a very, very long time. You know, it's as if a mind shift change has been made by them, and it's one of those things. The lineouts have been struggling. The Boks aren't kicking. They're running it. They're driving it. They're actually trying to play this French side off their feet. But it is looking pretty damn good for them. So Leon says Peter Varman resembles the All Blacks in all time, says Eric Davison. Yeah, some incredible play from both sides really, and credit to this French side. I mean, I think if we played any other team apart from the All Blacks, maybe the scoreline could have been a lot different in favour of the Springboks. Byron Knight says it's not over, and it's definitely not over by a long shot here. Byron, I know for a fact that the Springboks are still very much in this, and the way that they've played in that first half, just talking about how much character this side really have, and what they can do in the future. I'm looking forward. They have shown today that they can actually play some running rugby, and that is incredible to see from a South African side, because we don't see it very often. So I'm very pleased to say that this Boks side has played some really incredible rugby, but France, on the other hand, has just been as exceptional as this South African side, and that is why they are leading at halftime by 16 points to 10. You know, I wouldn't even say that we have known to have had one player less on the field today. The way this Springbok side is playing, and the way that France is able to nullify that and just keep the Boks out at the moment is really good. Eric Davison says exactly, running at them. I mean, Kurt Liaren, Savili, and Cheslin Colby, along with Damian Willems, are probably some of the best attacking players in their provinces or franchises. And then the likes of Jesse Krill today, actually not kicking the ball away, not taking it up and actually passing it to the wingers, is quite exceptional as well. And then you can see Dialendi, just to being Dialendi at the moment, he's been allowed to run that ball up like he's been playing previously, but everybody around him has gotten a more attacking urgency from him. Even Faf de Klerk, although he did do a couple of box kicks, it wasn't bad kicks, and the pressure was put onto them, and we were able to put them back on the back foot, and they had to kick it back to us. And each time they've done that, we've played some really good counter-attack rugby, but the defense have been really good. Owen Gonzalez says the sound on Prime is terrible, and then Wild at Willems, a long touch kick. He had the win. That was a really good kick from Willems as well. And then Kulisi for President says, Lucas, second half going to be all Boks. Hope the coach gave a hard talk in the dressing room, and so far impressed by the referee as well, says Philip Latham. So yeah, hopefully we're not going to talk too much about the referee leading up to the end of this game. But the players are back on the field now, and we are going to get ready for the second half of this game. So really looking forward to this. We get everything ready for the second half game. There we go. The second half thing is on, and halftime has been removed. So we're about to get the second half underway, guys. And the way it's going now, Ashley, I think the Boks can win this if we keep playing the way that we are playing at the moment. It is going to be tough, and if France keep up this defensive effort, well, then they're not going to lose this either. So it's down. It's going to come down to the wire if this game continues the way it has been going. Can the Boks keep it up though? As we get the second half underway here. South Africa kicking off from right to left here. Willemse to do the honours of restarting the second half for us. Right, 16 points to 10 at the Orange Velodrome. Here comes the second half. South Africa kicks it off and it's a deep kick in from Willemse, taken by Aldred this time round. And well settled inside the 22 of France now to Pont, waiting for it. And goes with a kick over the top, and it's going to find touch. Oh, whoa, nearly thrown in quickly by Willemse, but decided against it on the halfway line. So, line out to the Boks on the halfway line here. If anybody can win this game, it is the Springboks with 14 men tonight. We have to win. We are free falling from the rankings, says Reiser. Well, we can't go lower than 4th place unless we lose to Italy next weekend. And that is just unacceptable anyway. So the line out taken by Etzebeth now at the back. Kulisi. Now it's Justin Colby. Colby up over the halfway. Oh, the bus is full there for Jalok. As Colby has taken it up over the halfway line. But the ball looks like it's been ripped by France. Now comes back to South Africa. Now it's Faf de Klerk with the box kick over the top. And a chase into the hands of Malako, tackled by Kolisi. That is how you do it. Putting the pressure on, and there's the penalty to South Africa. It's what I said before. If you want to do that kicks, you need to make sure that you do it the right way. Execute it to perfection. And now a chance here for South Africa. Do they kick at goal here? They're about 10 meters from the right hand touchline here. And, well, 15 meters give or take. Do they kick at goal or do they go for touch here? They are going to have a shot at goal. So Colby will have a shot at goal here for the Boks after about 2 minutes of play. Dirk says, "Saai vir ons bietjie in Afrikaans uit." Unfortunately, Dirk, YouTube, I've tried a Afrikaans YouTube channel before and there was just not enough interest for it. So unfortunately, I have to cater to the rest of or everybody watching. Don't miss penalty. Springboks, please, says Razor Productions. As Colby is going to have a shot from just outside the 22 here. About 20 meters up from the right-hand touchline here. 15 versus 15, says Anthony Afonso. No, it's 15 against 14 at the moment. Colby now with the kick. Wayne, wat vir bongie tune. So, here comes the penalty attempt from South Africa. We've had 3 minutes in the second half. And Colby with a chance to make it a 3-point game here. And he struck it beautifully this time round. And it's 16 points to 13 as it's a 3-point game here. Razor asked, did someone get red cards? So Peter Steftetway got a red card early in that first half. So now Gruwen is the red card rule working, so it's not going to work. They took away with that. So it was an experimental process. So the red card is a red card. You're not going to get another player on the field. Well taken by Franco Mostert from the restart inside the 22 now. And Faf de Klerk now looking to clear this ball now for South Africa. The box kick over the top, and that's not a good kick. Into touch, and hardly making a meter out of that one. It will be a line out to France on the 22-meter line. 16-13 it is at the moment. And France now with an attacking line out coming up. Chance now for Marchand to throw this one in for France now. Just outside the 22 of South Africa. The throw into the front finds Waki, and now France going to try and drive this up themselves, and they've got a really good maul going for them now. Penalty advantage for France now. It seems like Bongi is back on the field, so it was just a precautionary measure there for Malcolm Marx before halftime. And with that, it's going to come back to the penalty for France. Are they going to go to the corner here? They're about 15 meters from the left-hand touchline here. And Dupont will have to decide. Well, Ramos is going to have a shot at goal now. So looking to get back that 6-point lead that they had at halftime. Mimania says Colby busy vindicating. Willemse seems to be playing a better game with the goal kicking pressure off his shoulders, says Philip, and absolutely that's true. But I must also say that they are shifting in between him and Willie Leroux at fullback and fly-off. So a lot of pressure also been taken off him in that fly-off position at the moment. So now Ramos to try and extend France lead again back to 6 points here. So will he extend their lead again? 41 meters out according to the statistics there. Mountain says this game could come down to the boot. That's another beautiful strike from Ramos as France now back to a 6-point lead in this game. 19-13 after 6 minutes in the second half. It is going to be Damian Willemse to restart it again from the halfway. It's another deep kick in from him this time round, and well taken by Aldred again, just putting his head down just inside the 22 here. Anton Dupont now looks like he's going to clear this one. Yeah, he does get it out, and that is going to be another beautiful kick by him, finding touch on the halfway line, just inside South Africa's half. 19-13, 7 minutes played in this second half. Can the Boks keep this up? 19-13 at the moment. 7 minutes played in the second half here. A penalty apiece at the start of the second half in this first 7 minutes of the second half from both sides. The throw in taken by Etzebeth now, and a driving maul to come from South Africa again. Look how they start to form this and go over the halfway line now. Much better from South Africa. Bongi will have to get this one now out to Faf de Klerk. Faf going with a box kick over the top. Cheslin will chase this one down. Pressure on Ramos. He's knocked it on. And it comes now back to the South Africa. It's a penalty to South Africa. Quickly taken by Faf de Klerk. And he's up over the 22 now. Gonna need support now. It's Sia Kulisi. Gets it out to Dialendi. Dialendi now flat pass out to Willie Leroux. Just 10 meters out from the try line. Right in the middle of the field for South Africa now. As Faf de Klerk goes with a little cross kick. And it's, there's a high tackle in the air on Cheslin Colby. And now France could be in trouble here. Cheslin has stayed down after that. Played him in the air. And they certainly will go upstairs for this one. France could be down to 14 men as well from here. But it should only be a yellow card, really. Well, Cheslin has fallen badly. And let's see what's going to happen with this one. The TMO will decide what will be decided here. Oh, it's Anton Dupont who could be in trouble here. But let's see, both players going into the air. Dupont, let's have a look here. This is, Anton Dupont should have made sure that he was in the right position. It's a red card here for Anton Dupont as well. And it's 14 men against 14 now for the remainder of the game. And how important of a red card is that? Anton Dupont, France's best player on the field, goes off. Well. 19-13, 8 minutes gone in the second half. And Anton Dupont gets these marching orders as well. This is big. This is a big call now from the referee. So it's the reason why it was a red is the way that Cheslin Colby fell. Very reckless and very dangerous. And with that now, it is back to 14 men apiece. in this game for the remainder of this one. And the best player in the world at the moment has been given a red card. Well, how ironic is this? Peter Stefter to a former World Player of the Year red carded, and Anton Dupont, current World Player of the Year, red carded as well now. What will South Africa decide to do from here? Do they go for the corner and set up a driving ball? Surely they need to back themselves for this one. Makazola Mapimpi also on the field now for the Springboks. They have decided to go to the corner here. And now, can South Africa capitalize and finish this off? Razor says, exciting stuff. Game on here. Losing the pond is a big blow for France. Cheslin going for a DHIA to just check if he can continue. So Mapimpi on for Colby. The line out taken by Etzevet now. France tried to steal that ball, but now here comes the charge from South Africa now. It's going to be another penalty now to South Africa. Do they take it quickly? No, says Willie is going to hold on to that ball, and they're going to go for the corner, I think, again now. Mountain says, I'm glad that the rules are being applied for both teams. I'm so happy for that. So, which way are they going to go? They're going to kick to the corner once again now, South Africa. Rian Tron sê ek vra sport. 14 versus 14, but the Boks have had to play a lot harder, says Francois. 6 penalties conceded by South Africa, 9 by France during this game. Now the line up from Bonambi. Do France challenge this again? No, not this time round. Kwagga Smith takes it in. And the driving ball from South Africa now. Bonambi off the back. It's going to be another penalty advantage now to the Springboks. Faf de Klerk 5 meters out. Oh, was that ball snapped down? It's a try to Mostert. But did they knock that ball on? Yes, says the referee. So we will have another penalty to South Africa. Now the referee needs to have a talk with the French players. They're going to the corner yet again in South Africa. Leslie Sales is die beste touwtrekspan in die wêreld rugby, maar amper netbalspan, swem, hardloop. So nee, ek weet nie. Right, so here comes half of the bomb squad. Kickoff, Kickoff, Kok and Marks now onto the field. And trouble in paradise for France now. Can South Africa do this now? If they need to start capitalizing on this. Do France contest or... Yeah, they're going to contest, but Etzebeth gets it. And now South Africa with the driving ball. Can they get this going forward? They've spun out of it. Is Malcolm Marx, and under pressure now from France. The ball does come back to South Africa. It's Kickoff who sets his head down for this 3 meters out from the try line. Now de Klerk, Vincent Kok. Vincent Kok now sets it up 3 meters out from the try line. De Klerk again goes to the blind side. Willie Leroux. It's gonna be a try to Kurtley Arendse in the corner. That's a brilliant try. A brilliant finish from the box. And it's 19 points to 18 with a conversion to come. Well, they haven't changed the score just yet, but I'm sure that a try has been scored here. Let's have a look. Yeah, never in touch, and that's a try. 19 points to 18 with a conversion to come. Remember, Cheslin Colby is off the field at the moment. Cheslin is off the field at the moment. 19-18 with a conversion to come. And let's just see who's going to take it. It's Faf de Klerk right from the right-hand touchline here, just outside the 22. Faf de Klerk did say in a press conference that he will step up to take the kicking duty if needed to. So let's see if he can put the Boks into the lead for the first time. A very difficult kick to the standards of any goal kicker. Oh, it is struck it goal. It's 20 points to 19 here as the Springboks lead for the first time in this game. That is a magnificent kick from Faf de Klerk. 20 points to 19 here for South Africa. And what a kick from the non-kickers today. Brilliant stuff. 2019. And now Eldred leaving the field here for France as well. As onto the field comes Chalerua now for France. Leslie says, seems we have goal kickers now suddenly. Yep, 20 points to 19 it is. And the Springboks in the lead for the first time in this game. The restart now taken by Kwagga Smith inside the 22. Sets it up, still inside. Now Faf de Klerk waiting for this ball to come out. 5 meters inside the 22 of South Africa now. As Faf de Klerk goes to the box kick over the top. And that one is going to find touch. Roundabout between the 10 and the 22 of South Africa. Can South African defense now hold on? It seems like Beno is off the field as Malakau is on the right wing at the moment, Walker. So it's either Mufana. Yeah, no, Mufana's still on the field. Gal Fico is still there. So I'm guessing that Beno has left the field and Malakau has moved to the outside wing there. Pietman says bye-bye Pollard. So the throw in now, and well taken by Waki at the back here for France. On the 10-meter line, they take it on Machant now. Machant sets it up for France, right in the middle of the field here. And now a chance for Famawina, who's also on the field now for France. Driven back in a tackle. Kolisi makes a good tackle this time round. Machant driven back almost up to the halfway line. Now the ball has been spilled and it comes out to the Springbok side. It's Malcolm Marx out to Kickoff. Kickoff now up to the between the 10 and the halfway line inside France territory now. Faf de Klerk with a pass out to Kwagga Smith. Now it's Vincent Kok. Vincent Kok up over the 10-meter line they go. And here's another chance now for South Africa. Faf de Klerk going with the box kick over the top. And that is a stupid kick to do on the attack as Jalok covers up for that one and kicks it downfield. But it's coming back for a penalty to the Springboks on the attack. Brilliant stuff. And Dolly has just given a 20 pound donation, and thank you for that one. Really, that is a brilliant donation to make. Really appreciate it, Dolly. Bye, Pin Guru. Always great to see you doing your thing here, blessed. Thanks, Dolly. Really appreciate it. So a stoppage in play then. As let's just have a look. There might be a injury break to one of the players then. But ferocious defense from the Springboks at the moment, keeping them out. So that kick over the top, brilliant from Jalok to recover that one. Faf so unnecessary to kick that one. South Africa was well on the front foot on the attack there, knowingly that he had a penalty coming, but still we should have tried to bury them right there. But now Faf de Klerk will have a shot at goal here. So maybe he wanted to have another shot at goal before Colby maybe comes back. But I don't think Colby will take any further part. Leslie says, thanks Dolly, we are thirsty here in the Northern Cape. Absolutely. Walker asks, how can I also donate, Guru? So there is what do you call it on YouTube? So the kick from Faf de Klerk has gone over, so the Springboks lead now. I'll tell you now, Walker. So there is a super chat and a super thanks, and also a sticker that you can buy just at the bottom of the screen. You can also become a member of the channel by pressing on the join button. But again, thanks for all the support, guys. 23-19 here with 24 minutes to go. 23-19 now, South Africa lead. They've recovered that ball from the kickoff as Faf de Klerk now waits for it. He is going to go with the box kick over the top from inside his 22 now. Now he's going to get it out to Willemse now. And Willemse puts it on a boot, and that's not a great kick from him. And that is going to be a line out then. Was it deemed to have been carried back by the Springboks, or what was the story there? But it's going to be a French line out. Yeah, it was carried back by the Springboks. So 10 meters out from the try line now. It is France on the attack. So now Marchand with the throw into this line out. To the back they go, and well collected by Jalok. Now France coming with a drive of their own here. Good driving more from them. Can South Africa? No penalty advantage coming for France now. It's taken in by Chatero. Oh, Jesse Krill trying to make a thumping tackle there on Intermac, but he spinned out of it. And now here comes Gal Fico again on the attack. Still coming is France now to the left, and now it's again Olivon who takes it up. Now Waki, back it comes to Antoni. Antoni about 10 meters out now. The pass back, it comes to Jalok now. Remember, France on a penalty advantage at the moment. Another big tackle from Dialendi on Ramos, and the referee blows on the whistle, and they are going to come back for that initial penalty to France. Philip says Faf has just become South Africa's new hero, and probably Faf wearing his lucky undies at the moment. So a chance now for France. It doesn't look like Cheslin will continue, so will they go for goal here or not, this France? But some ferocious defense so far from both sides, really. The tackle from Dialendi on Ramos was a special one as well. Johnny says it's great defense from South Africa. They are scared now. So the penalty attempt then from Ramos now to draw back within 1 point here with 20 minutes to play. This is going to be massive. So France now to get into the 20s now. And he struck it well, so over it goes. And France now 22, South Africa 23. This is a great opportunity for South Africa that they mustn't let slip today. 23-22 as Dion Fourie comes onto the field in the place of Kwagga Smith now. Also more replacements for France as they bring on Mafaka as well as Falatia into this French side now. So 20 minutes to go here as Kobus Reinach also makes his way onto the field in the place of Faf de Klerk. So now who's going to kick it goal? Right, so the restart then, and Kurtley Arendse chasing up after that. It's Olivon who's been tackled by Kurtley inside the 22 there. So now waiting for it is Chateroa. Remember, DuPont has got a red card in that second half as well as Peter stepped away for South Africa. Chateroa with a kick over the top. Oh no, it's actually Luca. Is it Luca who's on the field? Yeah, Luca on the field for France as well. So this line up now for South Africa. Important one coming up. South Africa lead by a single point here. Line up between the 22 and the 10 meter line now for South Africa. Our side of the World Cup looks so competitive. Ireland, South Africa, France, New Zealand are all so close to each other. The line out taken by Etzebeth this time. And off the back comes Sia Kulisi now. Kulisi is going to run it up to the 22 meter line. Now Kurtley Arendse. Back it comes to Damien Dialendi. Dialendi now cuts, spins out of one tackle. Now it's Reinach. Reinach to Kitshoff, sets it up again now about 10 meters out from the try line. Right in the middle of the field now. It's Mostert. Mostert sets it up. Kobus Reinach again. Valiero back on the inside to Jeben Etzebeth. Still about 10 meters out now. Here comes a driving ball from South Africa. The knee is down, so we need to get it out. Now it's Dion Fourie. Dion Fourie tries to spin out of one tackle. 5 meters out from the try line now, South Africa. Back it comes Willie Leroux now. It's Dialendi out to Willemse. Willemse with a cut-out pass to Kurtley Arendse. And Kurtley Arendse well defended by France. Into touch he goes, just 3 meters out from the try line. Brilliant defense from France, keeping South Africa out when it looked like a try all day long. And it's Malakau who claims the tackle. Mafaka now will throw this one in for France. But what an effort from the Springboks. Today they have come to play rugby. My voice will definitely not keep it up if they're going to continue playing like this. So now France have taken that ball quickly and they're going to run it from their own 22 now. It's Malakau. Oh, Malakau into space now up to the 10-meter line. He goes not held in a tackle. Yes, says the referee, is held in a tackle. Penalty to South Africa on the 10-meter line. And another chance now maybe to have a shot at goal here. South Africa keeping up with the pace here. What do they decide to do now? Very, very entertaining game at the moment. And Willemse is going to have a shot at goal from the 10-meter line. About 15 meters out from the right hand side of the field. Well, Malakau, yeah, he was definitely tackled. And then he stood out of the tackle and stood up again without releasing the ball. And then got the full force of Malcolm Marx as well. Hook to Maul and try, says Anthony. Now, I have the shot at goal as South Africa here. With 17 minutes to play. It is now Damian Willemse with the attempted goal now. All the non-kickers have done brilliant today. And have put over their kicks. So let's see. Damian Willemse, not a natural goal kicker, but a good goal kicker as well on the day. So can he get his penalty kick over today? Let's see what happens with this one. It is Willemse from around the 10-meter line, about 20 meters out from the right-hand touchline now. Can he add the extras for South Africa? And this time, that is a beautiful kick from him as well as it goes over. So 26 points to 22. And it looks like the Springboks have worked on their goal kicking over this week. And have also learned to run the ball from almost every occasion. Arendt's on the way to becoming a legend, says Katima. And now the restart from Intermac, 26-22, South Africa leading France here. Well taken by Mostert inside the 22. And Kobus Reinhardt now trying to just slow things down a little bit here at the moment for South Africa. Yes, going to go with a box kick over the top now. That's not a good kick from Reinhardt. But the chase is good from Kurtley Arendts. And he gets the ball back for South Africa now. Between a 22 and a 10-meter line. Now it's a Dion Fourie, gets it out for Leroux. Going with the cross kick again. This time for Mapimpi. Oh! Just unable to get there. Knocks it on. Otherwise he would have been in for a good opportunity. Just out of reach of Mapimpi. Tried to stretch for that ball. And unfortunately not able to retain it. Well, much more entertaining from South Africa. Leave the box kicking and up and unders for another lifetime. So it will be a scrum down here on the 10-meter line of South Africa, about give or take 10 meters from the right-hand touchline for France. Razor says, I miss Rassie being water boy. He was a genius. So Penot now coming back onto the field, it seems. So not quite sure how he is allowed back on the field. But either way, it might be for an injury to one of the French players. So now it is going to be Luca to throw this one or feed this one into the scrum now for France. 14 minutes to play. Miskien gaan Hysterbet ook pale toeskop later, says Albert. So now Luca, that scrum has gone down. And we will have a reset scrum here. Anthony says go Bokke. And this is what I think South Africa's going to do closer to the World Cup when it comes to playoffs. Really just splitting the kicking and running game into half and really get them on the back foot. Anthony says, Lekker Guru, nice comms, dankie Anthony. So now scrum down again to France. Malakau now back into the number 8 position here for France, who's done some duty on the right wing or the left wing for France today. Here I see a chance for pilot who says, Johnny Douglas, I think it's our game to lose, honestly, says Walker now. And the pass out to Intermac now. This game is not over yet, guys. It's a very close battle. Mufana in the midfield. And has that ball been stolen by South Africa? No. Comes back the way of France now on the 10-meter line of South Africa. Tafuena at scrum off here for France. Good defense from South Africa. Just need to be careful and keep the discipline. Oh. Massive attempt from France as well. Now Intermac going high up into the air. Now trying to play a South African game. Willems, it comes back to Kurtley Arendse now. Kurtley controls it on the 10-meter line now. Kobus Reinach. Back it comes to Franco Mostert. Good tackle from a fucker there. And Kobus Reinach now with the box kick over the top. The chase coming from Kurtley. And the pressure is there on Ramos again. South Africa looking to win this ball back. But it's going to be a penalty against the box this time. And a penalty to France on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Memania says, win or lose, I'll be proud of the boys for the fight today. Yeah, look, if the Boks lose a game like this, then I'm happy. But we need to win it. But what an effort from both sides here. I think everybody that has come to watch that game at that stadium is massively impressed by the kind of rugby that we have seen today. Walker says, I smell a yellow card coming, I don't know why. And then Anthony Williams says, winning ways. Albert says, yes, beter as van die says, TV commentators. Dankie, Albert. Really appreciate that one. So now France from the 22-meter line now, as Mafaka throws it in, finds Waki. And here comes the driving maul now from France. They are on a good drive here. They're still going. They're still going as France now. 5 meters out from the try line and still going. France is still going now. Penalty advantage coming for them 3 meters out. As Luca now comes back into Mac with the cross kick. Will this work for Pinot? No, it's not going to work. And we are going to come back for the penalty. But certainly that yellow card that you smelled, I think Walker is going to come soon. 26-22 now, and here comes that yellow card. The yellow card then to Dion Fourie then, with 10 minutes to play in this game. Pietman says, Albert, ek is bang, hy sê steel hom. As Dion Fourie now have to leave the field here. 26-22, and France now on the attack. Reiser says, Wallabies, I think, lost to Italy. Yes, they did lose to Italy by 27-26. Walker says, I knew it. More replacements now coming on for France here. Replacement number 23, Matthew Jellybird, coming on to the field for them as Intermac leaves the field. 10 minutes to play. And now a line out 5 meters up from the try line. Yellow card for South Africa, down to 13 men for the remainder of this game. It's been overthrown by France now, and it's Willems who collected that ball for South Africa. Now it's Kobus Reinach with the box kick over the top to find touch here, and he is going to find touch just outside the 22. It's moments like that that France don't normally do wrong, and it's that choker stack coming into play. Leslie says Bokke. Oh Bokke, oh, says Hendrik. Dankie Reinach, says Anthony. So now on comes Marvin Orie for the Springboks. And we need that fresh legs going into this last 9 minutes of the game. Kolisi has left the field for Marvin Orie now. What a game the captain has had today as well. 9 minutes to play, and it's Mafaka to throw this one in now for France. Just outside the 22 now, going to the back now, and taken by Geelong. Geelong now on the 22-meter line now. It's a chance for France to come again. Here they come through. Mafaka again takes it up for them just outside the 22 now. Luca gets it out to Jolly, but there's an overlap here. It's Malakau. Malakau back on the inside. He's just 5 meters out from the try line, right on the left-hand side of the field. Now it's a replacement. Luca Mafaka again, just 5 meters out. Luca. Now it's Waki. Waki sets it up. 5 meters out from the try line. Gets off up over that ball. Have South Africa. Now it's another penalty coming for France now. And now South Africa's discipline are really letting them down. Discipline letting South Africa down now. Mountains of Elysium says Italy are really building a good side. The fact that the clubs are playing regular against Irish, Welsh, Scottish and South African teams has really helped them to build a good foundation. And then also Alfie says ek hou van jou kommentaar, net jammer ons verloor alweer 'n man met 'n kaart, die bokke moet nou net vasbyt en wen. Laaste 10 minute geel kaart, says Pietman. So now it's an opportunity for France. With 7 minutes to play, it's France is going to look to seal this off with another line out, 5 meters out from the try line. Mafaka with a throw in, finds Waki again now. Luca, the pass out to Mufana. Mufana just a meter short of the try line now. Brilliant defense from the Springboks there, keeping him out. But the pick up and go, just a meter short now is France here. They need to keep going as South Africa on defense. It's another penalty. Oh, it's going to be a try to France now. And it's Mafaka who gets the try. Was there a double movement though from the replacement hooker? France into the lead here by 27 points to 26. And somebody needs to step up and have a look at this one. Are they going to go upstairs for this one? Yeah, they will go upstairs and have a look here. So the moment the try is a try, well, online decision try. And let's just have a look here. Surely that is not momentum. That cannot be momentum taking you over. Well, I think the try's been awarded here. So I guess we're going to have to fight back again as the Springboks. 5 minutes to play in this game, and the conversion to come from France now. It's Ramos who's going to take the kick from for the French side, and it's 6 out of 6 at the moment for him. So, whoa, wait. So, has the try been awarded or not? So, Etzebeth has spoken to the touch judge there, and he's not happy. But they're not going to have anything of it. Well, wait, the clock has been stopped here. So are they going to go upstairs to have a look at that? So Wayne Barnes have done the right thing and has asked the TMO to have a look here. I'm certain that there's no way that you could say that that was momentum that took him over the try line. He was held short, and he just couldn't have gotten that. No way he could have leaned out to place that ball. That was definitely a double movement, surely. So, I don't know, there's confusion at the stadium at the moment. Here, as no certainty as to whether the try's been scored or not now. We're not seeing any replays as well from it. But we've got 5 minutes to go in this game. Will that try be disallowed? But we will come back for another penalty to France and a possible another yellow card as well. No, so the try has been awarded in the end then. And Ramos will now have a shot at goal here. Oh, don't agree with it, but it can't go your way all the time, you know. Ramos now to try and get this conversion over for France. And, oh, he's missed his first kick of the game, is Thomas Ramos, as it goes to the left of the post. So it's a 1 point game at the moment here. As, give credit to France. I mean, they've been coming at the box all day long. And give credit to the Springboks as well. What a game this has been. So, Manny Libbok on debut now with a restart then. I don't know when he came, he had to come on just now. But South Africa has got another Springbok in their midst in Manny Libbok. So now, the take from France. They've got possession between the 10 and the 22 meter line now. As Luca is controlling that ball. Looks like he's going to go with a box kick over the top now and back for it. At the back is Willie Leroux. Now Willie Leroux, you have to run it again, surely. Run it at them. Gets the long cut-out pass out to Damian Willemse. Up to the halfway they go. Spins out of one tackle. Oh! The referee have said that it's a forward pass. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. What is going on now? A forward pass then from Willie Leroux to Damian Willemse. And again another 50-50 call there. But from the looks of it, the first time round it looked fair. But it could have gone forward. So 3 minutes to play. What can the Boks do? Can they still turn this around? 3 points, 1 point the difference. With 3 minutes to play, it's going to be a scrum down to France on the 10 meter line inside South Africa's half. 27-26. And what a game it has been. They're just running down this last couple of minutes here. So just slowing down the flow of the game here as some more replacements comes on. And it's number 20 then on the field. It's Shalarua now finally on the field for Waki. 27-26 it is at the moment. Scrum down to France here on the 10 meter line of South Africa. Neil Newman says ho bokke ho. And now Luca with the feet to the scrum. Time is back on here. 3 minutes separating the two teams. And yeah, it's a 1 point game at the moment. Luca now with a throw into this scrum here for France. It's a solid scrum from France, looking to milk the penalty here. And they're going to get it as well. A penalty to France on the 10 meter line. And with 2.5 minutes to go, it's going to be Ramos to have a shot at goal for sure. Hendrik says just as close. Yeah, and that try should have not been awarded, says Nicholas. I agree with you, but I mean, it is what it is then. Walker says it's over. And it's another penalty then to France now. And will they kick this to goal or kick it to the corner? I mean, if they do kick it for goal and he slots it over and there's still time left and the Boks can get that ball back from the kickoff, we could still win this. Had they gone for the corner, played down the time, they could have just tried to seal it. So now, Ramos with the kick at goal. And look at this now. This time it is going to go over this time around. So 30 points to 26. And it looks like we're going to have a minute left in this game. Hear what I said when they went to kick for goal. South Africa's going to get this back from the restart. The kickoff, and it's taken by South Africa. They've got it with a minute to go. Kobus Renak now. Out to Manny Lebok. Gets the pass out to Willie. Now it's back to Mapimpi. Back on the inside now. Mapimpi, was he held up in a tackle? Now they need to release this one. No clear release. No, come on. That play was never released there, and the France have taken that ball over again now with less than 30 seconds to go. Well, 3 terrible decisions in the last 3 minutes of the game by the referee, but we won't blame him. He's just human after all. As France have control of this ball now with 20 seconds to go in this game. South Africa trying valiantly here to turn this ball over. Will this ball come out for South Africa or not? There's less than 10 seconds to go. France have got control over this ball, and they surely will just kick this into touch now. It's Jollibert who puts it into touch, and I for one very disappointed with the last 3 minutes of this game, but what a close game it's been, and what a performance from South Africa and France all around. Any one of those two teams deserve to win this game, and regardless of what happened in this last couple of minutes, credit to France for pulling this off, and they've lost the tag of jokers for sure. It's a tough loss, but the best game I've seen in a long time. The Springboks truly coming out to play against this France side, and it's probably what they would have needed to do. If we stuck to the old game plan, we would have lost by a massive margin today. Proud of the boys, proud of the effort, and well done to France for sticking it out and winning this game. And thanks again for all of you guys who've watched this game or listened to me at least rambling on in this 80 minutes or, well, 2 hours to be exact. So, well, we'll get them back. We'll find them again, and we'll revenge in the World Cup final in 2023 next year if we can continue this sort of play. But credit to France, and thank you for tuning in, guys. I will see you guys during the midweek. Or no, not even during the midweek. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the All Blacks game against Scotland. And maybe, just maybe, we could see another upset like the Italy-Australia game. But until next time, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. And really appreciate all the support. And again, thank you, Dolly, for that really good donation to the channel. Until next time, guys, this is the